As Nelda likes to say, sometimes all it takes is a spark.
You show us what we drive past. Isn't that true? You kind of slow us down a little bit.
Yeah, it's funny you said the things that people drive past. I've had people comment on my videos saying, "I live 10 miles from this place, and I never stopped and went inside." But
Wow.
yeah, kind of what I look at for is like, the old school roadside attractions are one of the biggest things for me. These are things that kind of dotted the American roadside on the old highways. Back in the day, people would go on a road trip. And these would just be little diversions, little things that draw you in. Focus on that. I love museums. I even I even love a good natural history museum, a good traditional museum. Of course, amusement parks. Like the old school amusement parks. There's a lot more amusement parks in this country than people realize.
Wow.
There's amusement parks that are 100 years old. That are still operating, small little amusement parks. I really love that. And then during the Halloween season, I do a lot of haunted attractions, theme parks, haunted houses, some, all different levels, backyard haunted houses, and up to the major theme park haunted houses.
I consider you a very good storyteller. So how does that play into it?
I'm a fan of like folklore and just interesting stories. Definitely. I definitely lean more toward calling myself a storyteller rather than a historian. So it's really interesting. You get, local legends, just strange stories. I mean, sometimes it's really off the wall. I don't know for some reason I'm just thinking that, in Mississippi, there's a museum that allegedly, and this is allegedly because it seems highly unlikely. They have a bullet that they claim, impregnated a woman during the Civil War, that it went through a soldier, carried genetic material into a woman, impregnated her, and then they have this bullet on display. So
There you go.
I mean, stuff like that. I mean, you could debate whether or not that really happened, but it's fascinating that the story exists in the consciousness of people.
Man, I'm going to remember that one. That's a good one for someone to tell their mom, isn't it? To learn more, watch the entire interview on YouTube or at nelda.com. This has been a Nelda Live Short.